Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mallory. In case you are new and you've never seen me before, welcome. I do true crime videos here on YouTube. I mainly do missing people and unsolved cases because I want to spread awareness for these people, and hopefully one day we can find somebody or bring somebody some closure that is in their family. So if you are not new, thank you so much again for clicking on this video. I appreciate it more than you know, and I hope you like it and decide to stick around and subscribe to my channel. So today's video, we're gonna talk about Karlie Guse. She is a 16-year-old girl who went missing in Bishop, California. She was actually also on, her family appeared on the Dr. Phil show, so I believe that showed in March of 2019, if I'm not mistaken. As always, please be nice to everybody in the comments down below. Also, do not talk bad about anybody that I mention in this case. Be nice, and just remember they are missing and they're not here to stick up for themselves, so just don't do it, okay? Just be nice. And these are all my opinions that I will talk about, all my own research, so if I missed anything in this video that you know or anything else, then please leave it down in the comments down below, and let's get on with today's video. So Karlie's dad, Zach, and Lindsay divorced when Karlie was about 2 years old, and she lived with her mom, Lindsay, until she was about 5 years old from what I can gather. So when she turned 5, her mom moved to Nevada, and Karlie really wanted to stay in California close to her friends. So she decided to live with her dad, Zach, and stepmom, Melissa. And from what I can see, everybody was fine with it. They were all cordial. There was no like bad blood between any of the families or Karlie or anybody like that. Karlie was a beautiful 16-year-old girl, just any other average teenager. She didn't get into trouble really. She loved to dance, she loved to have fun, and she had a ton of friends. She also had a boyfriend named Donald who was 17 years old. On August 12, 2018, Karlie asked her stepmom Melissa if she could go to a football game, and Melissa agreed and let Karlie go. Instead of going to this football game though, Karlie went to like a little hangout or get together party type sort of thing, which she's 16 years old. I think I can pretty much say that a lot of us watching this, if you were a teenager, whether it's right or wrong, we have done the same thing. I know I have, so no judgment here. Around 8 p.m. that night, Melissa texts Karlie and said, "Hey, are you okay? Do you need a ride home?" And Karlie responded, "No, I'm okay, thanks." Something like that. But quickly later after that, Karlie texts Melissa back and said, "Yes, I need you to come get me, please hurry." So Melissa left and went to go get Karlie, and on her way, there's different reports, so I'm not quite sure. If you know 100%, then leave it again in the comments below, but from what I've gathered, it seems like Melissa was on her way to pick up Karlie and saw Karlie walking down the road. So then she asked Karlie to get in the car, and when Karlie got in the car, Melissa said that Karlie was acting really weird. Like, she was very paranoid. She was just acting not right, not herself. So Melissa asked Karlie, "Hey, are you okay? What's wrong? Why are you acting so weird?" And Karlie responded, "I'm so sorry. Please don't be mad at me. I smoked a little bit of green." I have to keep this YouTube friendly, so hopefully y'all know what that is. And yes, that can make people paranoid, absolutely. So she was like, okay, I mean, you know, she's not worried about Karlie being in trouble or anything. She just really wants to make sure that Karlie's okay because she's just acting not herself. So when they got home, Zach said that he had a few beers after work, and when Karlie and Melissa got home, Karlie was acting weird. She was acting very paranoid and just acting strange. Zach also said that Karlie was standing in the corner and just acting again really strange and paranoid. And he said that when they would ask Karlie what was wrong, Karlie didn't know what she was scared of. Her pupils were dilated. So that leads me to believe maybe the green was laced or something, because green does not make your pupils dilate. That night, Melissa ended up recording Karlie because she wanted to kind of play it back for Karlie the next morning and be like, look, this is how you were acting. Like, let's not do this again. Let's learn this, take this as a learning experience, you know, and kind of just show her how Karlie was acting. It also showed, now these recordings, let me mention, they have not been public. I have not seen them, nothing. On the Dr. Phil, he talked about the recordings, and Melissa and Zach were adamant that Dr. Phil not listen to the recording because it was an active investigation and they didn't feel the need for Dr. Phil to listen to the recordings. So, but they ended up letting Dr. Phil listen or watch the video or whatever, and Karlie was acting very, very scared about something, which is weird. Like, what was she so scared of? And she was very paranoid again. Melissa had tried to give her some food to try to, I guess, sober her up, and she gave her a power bar and some salad, and Karlie like wouldn't eat the salad. She was saying that it was the devil's lettuce, and she was being very spiritual and saying that they were like the devil and she was scared of them, but then she'd be fine another minute. It was just very odd. She was like having a bad trip or something. So I found this is a little conflicting, okay? So I found one report that said Karlie and her two brothers were on the couch watching TV when she sent the two younger brothers to bed. And then shortly after that, Melissa wanted to go brush her teeth and wash her face to get ready for bed, and Karlie didn't want to be left alone, so Karlie ended up going with Melissa to go do all that. They got done, they went back on the couch, and Melissa said, Karlie and her two brothers and I went back on the couch to sit down and watch TV. But I thought they just went to bed. So I'm really confused about that statement. Also, another thing that I'm confused about is Melissa said at one point that all the kids went to bed in their own bed, and Melissa kept waking up throughout the night and checking on them, making sure they were okay. And checked on them once around 5:45. They were all in their beds fine. Got up again around 7, and Karlie was gone. And then another report says that Melissa and Karlie slept in the same bed together because Karlie was so paranoid she didn't want to sleep by herself. And Melissa kept waking up throughout the night. Once at 5:45, looked, Karlie was still there, went back to sleep, and woke up again around 7, and Karlie was gone. Now, they didn't keep their front door locked because, again, it was a safe area and the door was slightly open. So Melissa thought that Karlie ran away. So she went to go wake up Zach and said Karlie's gone. There was also a text message. Now, it's unknown. It hasn't been released to who it was, but Melissa sent out a text message around 5:45 in the morning, and then to somebody, and then sent another text message to Donald, her boyfriend, her 17-year-old boyfriend, and said, I think it was around 2:30 or something like that, and said, pray for her. So now remember, nobody saw Karlie leave, and it just makes me nervous that you're that paranoid. Obviously, you're having a bad trip. Like, where did she go? Like, they start looking around for Karlie, notice that her phone's there, all of her belongings and stuff. She didn't take anything with her, but she had on shoes. Melissa said that she was wearing jeans with holes, like skinny jeans with holes. So I assume that's what she wore to the party that night before, and a white shirt. Now, they all just assumed that Karlie went on a walk to, I guess, clear her head. And around 6:30 in the morning, a sheriff that was sitting in his room that had a lot of windows looked outside of his window and saw Karlie out there looking up at the sky holding a piece of paper. And then another witness shortly after, about an hour or so after that, said that they did see Karlie on Highway 6, which is not that far from where she was seen last. It's about like a 20 or so minute walk. Saw Karlie on the highway with a piece of paper in her hand as well. So around 9 a.m., Melissa and Zach end up calling Karlie's mom, Lindsay, and says Karlie is gone. They end up contacting the police. The police come and search their house, and they don't think that it's a missing person. They just believe it's a runaway at this point. So Lindsay, Karlie's mom, ends up making her way from Nevada to California, which it took her about 9 hours to get there, and she starts frantically looking for her daughter as well. Now, the witnesses say that they saw Karlie in dark gray sweatpants, tennis shoes, and a white shirt. Now, that's contradicting to what Melissa had previously stated, that she was in skinny jeans. So maybe Karlie just changed into her sweatpants and then went on about her way. So Nancy Grace ended up doing a interview, and y'all all know Nancy Grace. If you don't, she is an old lawyer, prosecutor, and she goes in hard. I mean, that's what they're trained to do. And she's very blunt, but I love Nancy Grace. I mean, she says what is on her mind and what needs to be said, and that's that. And usually she's pretty much right. So she goes in hard on these parents, asking them questions and all kind of stuff. And now the whole parents are just at each other's throat. Lindsay believes that Melissa and Zach know something and they're just not saying it. So it's just a huge fight, and I hate to see that. I hate to see that stuff like this happens to families. You know, anytime that there's a death or something like that, sometimes instead of bringing families closer, it tears them apart. And we just need to find Karlie. Highway 6, that one of the witnesses said that they saw her on, is a very busy highway, and sex trafficking, you guys, this just doesn't sound good. Maybe she got picked up on the highway, and I don't know. But after 911 was called, they did not put out an Amber Alert, because there's a bunch of steps that in order to put out an Amber Alert, there needs to be things in place, and there wasn't enough evidence to prove that she was taken or endangered or anything like that. So they did not put out an Amber Alert because they thought she was a runaway. But they did do extensive searches. They brought in dogs, helicopters, and just remember, this Bishop, California is a very big area, so they have to search a wide area. I don't know, I could give you my opinion, and again, this is just my opinion, so don't come at me in the comments, but it sounds like the green got laced with something. And I know that's going to be controversial to a lot of people, because it can make you paranoid. It can make you, you know, different people react to different things. And I'm not saying that that cannot make you act that way, but the dilated pupils and stuff like that, I don't know. I feel like it was laced with something. And if she goes to walk out of her house in that state of mind, who's to say that that is a great opportunity for a sex trafficker to come and pick you up off the highway and you not know anything? So you guys, please, if you know anything about Karlie Guse's whereabouts, or if you saw her, anything, please, please, please call officials and let them know. You can email the Mono Sheriff's Department at carliegusetips@monosheriff.org. Or you can call 706-932-5678. You can also contact the Sacramento office or the FBI by calling 916-746-7000. Or you can call your nearest FBI agency, the nearest American embassy, or submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. And remember, all tips can remain anonymously if you choose so. So please, again, you guys, if you know anything about this case, please don't hesitate to call officials and share this video, get the word out. Let's spread awareness for Karlie. Maybe somebody has seen her or knows where she is or something. So let's bring Karlie home, or let's help bring this family some closure. As always, be nice in the comments down below, and just be kind. Be a kind person. You never know what somebody is going through or how it could help them. So be nice. Be a nice person. So again, thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And I will see y'all in my next one. Thank you so much again. Y'all have a great day. Bye.